What is going on, you guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series 110 Bumblebee Shockwave. So before we get to Shockwave, let's go over the box. And I know in Blaster's video I didn't go over the backdrop. I forgot about it, but I'm going to make sure I remember this time. But here is Shockwave's artwork. Very nice render of Shockwave in his robot mode. He is Shockwave. He is from Transformers Bumblebee. Same artwork here on the side, just bigger. On this side, you've got his face. And you've got your obligatory product shots and your bio. There is no spare accessory to look at. Well, let's just get to Shockwave. And I think this is probably my favorite figure from the Bumblebee series that they've made so far. So we all know that all the Bumblebee characters were designed with more of their robot modes in favor of their vehicle modes, because nobody transformed outside of the Seekers and Bumblebee on Cybertron. So Hasbro's like, we gotta make something that transforms. So hey, we've already got a pretty decent Shockwave design out there. Let's just rehash it and make it for the current Shockwave. And let's just copy also the core Shockwave's transformation. So this is a combination of core Shockwave and Transformers Prime Shockwave. But the tank mode looks amazing. This is what I picture Shockwave as a tank. He literally just folds up and becomes a menacing thing on wheels. Even though his head's kind of up his own butt. But, so here's the cannon. Rotates. It really can't go up and down, but it can rotate and he can move. So let's get a couple comparisons. Back up. So, some of it's all of it's strictly Bumblebee related. So here he is with the Beetle Bumblebee. I don't remember his number. I think like SS16 something like that. This is from the 2-pack version with from the I can talk, I swear. That was packed with the Last Night Bumblebee. For a couple of Cybertronians, here's Sunstreaker, Wheeljack, and because my Bumblebee Prime is put up, Rise of the Beasts Prime. They're more or less the same design. So, yeah, so that's vehicle mode. It's amazing. With this rubber hose, I love it when they make they need to do this from now on and make the hose more separate from Shockwave. So, yeah, let's go to robot mode. And we're back with this robot mode. And man, oh man, do I love this robot mode. The lights don't do it justice. He's a very different purple. Or my lights, I don't know. It's just the way I've got everything set up. Maybe if I dim them. Right there. Now you can kind of see the real purple. Well, let's get a close-up look at that noggin. Bring the light back over here. Focus. Nice and menacing for Shockwave. His eye does light pipe, so nice and brightly. But yeah. Oh, jeez. Bad Shockwave. Don't take the microphone and camera with you. Articulation-wise, his head can only swivel. Actually, I think it's on a ball joint, I think. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out on a soft ratchet. Unfortunately, no bicep rotation. There is elbow swivel and an elbow bend, and the wrist is on a ball joint. You do have a waist. Hips can go forward, back, in and out. Bicep rotate or thigh rotation, lower knee rotation, foot bend, foot can go down and can tilt. So he is quite the posable Shockwave. Now, as you see here, he's got two hands. You can do it this way. You can do this one of two ways. You take the gun, you have to bring it down on this hinge and then bring it up on this hinge to get blaster. If you leave the handle down for tank mode, you can just slot it into his hand and he can have his cannon held that way. Or if you want the traditional, my hand is transformed into a weapon thing, fold his hand away, flip this handle up, and there's a peg that will go into the port on right here. Make sure it's lined up. And then you take this hose and plug it into this port right here under the shoulder pad. Now Shockwave's got his cannon arm from the movie. So now he can tell the Seekers, destroy the launch pad, let none escape. I swear, that's going to be his default pose when I get the shelf put together for these guys, for the Bumblebee characters. But, yeah, he looks great. Now, let's get into some comparisons. Okay, so we're going to start with Little Sunstreaker again. You can see how he scales with a normal size deluxe from the Bumblebee movie. Here he is with Wheeljack. With Volkswagen Bumblebee. And with Rise of the Beast Prime. And you can see these guys look great together. Focus. I cannot wait for the retail or normal mass retail release of this figure, because I will be getting another one and converting it into the Prime from Bumblebee. And just for a couple Shockwave comparisons that I have here. Here he is with the Cyber Battalion Shockwave. And they're purple on purple. They're colliding. There we go. Just so you can see the purples better. And here he is with my custom G1 Shockwave. Now, let's bring in the backdrop. Okay, so here is the backdrop. If you are a person like me, you keep the, if you can, keep the inserts. You technically have two backdrops. So now, you can put Shockwave in the scene. And now he is telling the Seekers, destroy the launch pad, let none escape. And it looks pretty good. I'm just rather happy to have the more Cybertron backdrops. So that is it for those. But otherwise, what do I think of Bumblebee Shockwave? Well, I think he is a great figure. For being just an upscaled version of the core with a little less articulation, I still think he looks really good. It's really good to have the second to last Bumblebee Decepticon from the Cybertron scenes. I have Soundwave, I have Starscream, Thrust. They're currently in storage, but I have them. So I just need Megatron and Thundercracker, and I will have all of the Cybertronian characters from the movie. Or, well, all the Cybertronian Decepticons. I unfortunately have to rebuy Shatter and Dropkick. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, he looks great. He looks imposing next to other characters from Bumblebee. I mean, you could really make these two go at it. His Prime just looks that well built. He could take it. But, yeah, I would give Shockwave a solid 9 out of 10. He'd be a 10 out of 10 if he had elbow or bicep rotation. But it is what it is. So with that being said, this has been the review for the Studio Series. Bumblebee, Shockwave. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And I will see you all later.